There are several challenges in Asia-Pacific region. That is, North Korea's nuclear development is a threat to the regional stability, and also maritime competition between China and its neighbors, and backed by U.S. Navy power in this region. And also we find some change of Japanese military forces like this. So these changes also, yes, in the west part of this region, we also face the threatened by terrorism in Afghanistan and in IS, these kind of things. But for China, we think also economic development is still very important, because this is a huge area with largest population. If the economic falling down, that means even worse instability will happen. So there are two double architecture in Asia-Pacific region. One is led by U.S., its airline system, and many Asian countries follow the U.S. leading airline system. The other is the market integration led by China's economic growth, and mostly Asian countries depend on China's economic growth. So these two architectures sometimes competing each other, sometimes integrated. So the problem is, how can China and the U.S. work together to make two systems becoming into one? With this uncertainty or these challenges, China is now under a difficult period. That means with the rapid rising, mostly not only U.S. or Japan, but also smaller countries feel this sudden change and uncomfortable. And for China also, it is under a learning curving period, and it has less experience to be number one in Asian Pacific region, or in East Asian. I mean, U.S. still number one. So both sides should adjust themselves to see a new regional order. That means, firstly, China, U.S. should work together and to set up two sides. One is the new regional order with new rules and based on the new rules of the regional governance. Then the other side, we should have crisis management to avoid any sudden unpredictable crisis. So one is positive, the other is negative, but both are necessary. And also we should work together to control North Korea, to find any way to shut down the nuclear facilities in North Korea. That means all sides in Asia Pacific do not want to see the North Korea has a nuclear weapon. And on the South China Sea or East China Sea, every side should be very cautious to not make this region as a new area of military competition and arm race. And all sides should work together to keep stable order. And of course, freedom of navigation is our common interest. No matter U.S., Japan, China, Republic of Korea, and ASEAN countries, we all need this freedom of navigation. So only all sides work together, we can keep this freedom of navigation and maritime order.